Important safety reminder. Please review the video I made on safety while testing the knives for sharpness. Number one, don't shave your forearms unless you actually know what you're doing, because you can scar yourself or even kill yourself. Number two, never put the knife perpendicular, always have it flat. Number three, always move in an axial longitudinal direction with the arm and never in an angled direction. Now, for the double hollow ground knife that I've turned into a bevel, I've already explained that I put in this little bevel over here to help resist, help the knife, there it is, help my knife resist against the cane when I'm scraping, so that it won't break so much. Now the thing with that, I'll show you how this is done. The flat side, the front side, again is sharpened the same way as the other one, just putting it flat so that I have my back edge and I know that my cutting edge is touching, so I don't have to worry. But the bevel itself, I have to look and make sure that I've got the right angle. Got to look and make sure that I've got the right angle when I do that. I'm not going to do it very much here because with the webcam I don't have much control or visibility over what I'm actually doing, and I can ruin my knife this way. Because this is the hard part. Ensuring that you've got the same angle for your little edge, your little bevel over here, that's the hard part right there. With my real bevel knife, all I had to do was put it flat and I know I have the same angle every time. Here, this bevel is much too small. I have to do it wittingly. I have to actually look at what I'm doing. So usually what I do is I just look very carefully. I put it flat and then I twist it, looking at how the light shines between the blade and the stone, and eventually you can see when the edge stops. So I'll do it away from the camera here. Now I know that I have my correct angle, so I'll go like this. But the problem is that no matter how carefully I do this, there will be a little differences every time I do that, and that will make the bevel round. Eventually that roundness will cause problems, so I have to flatten it out. What I do then is I come to a coarser stone, say my water stone. I repeat the same process, find a convenient angle, and all I do is do my best to keep the same angle, but because this stone is bigger and coarser, it will flatten it out for me. There is a tool that you can buy, a little clamp with a roller in the back that holds your knife in place and makes sure that it always has the same angle. I will be buying one of those shortly, I hope. So there we go. At this point, my angle might not be the same as it was 10 minutes ago, but I know now that my tiny bevel is flat. Okay, so all I care here about is the bevel. This has caused teeth to occur. By working on the bevel side, I did cause teeth to occur on the flat side. I don't like those, so I remove them using the finer side of the stone. Because I'm working on the flat face now, all I need to do is put it flat and I know everything will be okay. Now when I work on these for real, I usually spend quite a lot more time, but for the purposes of the video, let's say that was enough. Now this is my real reed knife, and like I said, I like to finish it on my ceramic stone here. So I'll repeat the process now that I've flattened the bevel on the water stone. I'll repeat the process on the rough side of my ceramic stone, doing my very best to keep the same angle. And what this will do is it will smooth out the scratches on the bevel. It will polish the metal. By polishing the metal, I'm essentially making the little teeth on the edge finer and finer every time. But by working the bevel here, I'm causing little burrs to occur on the top side. I want to get rid of those. So just once, not too often this way, because if I created burrs on that side by twisting it around, I'm causing burrs on the other side, and I don't want burrs. I don't subscribe to that theory at all. So then I want to finish it by again finding the right angle, the correct angle I should say, and doing it on the finest of my stones. This one usually takes quite a long time because, like I said, the grit here is extremely fine. So I'm careful with my angle, then I turn it around nice and flat. I don't have to worry, just to get rid of the burrs. If it's too difficult to get the finishing done like this, probably because I can't get my angle quite right, then what I do is I put it where I think the angle is supposed to be, lift it a tiny bit more, and I mean a tiny bit more, 2-3 degrees, just a little bit, and do 1 or 2 passes lightly, not more. You never have to press hard on these, okay? At this point, it should be good. And indeed, it does shave away my hairs. Definitely not as well as my razor does, but it still shaves off my hairs. And if I continue this process on here, it will do so even better. So here we go. How does that look? That's working very well. I can actually shave against the grain and it comes out very well. So now, because my blade remains thicker than a real razor, it will never shave quite as well. But I could actually shave my face with this. A little bit scratchy perhaps, but I could actually shave my face with this.